would you look at that? Holy balls, I got it open.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, time for the show.
Goodness, talk about a nightmare scenario. I was scared I was never going to get this thing off, or that I was going to have to cut it open or something. So, what happened, you ask? Alright, so here's what I did. There's a missing bolt right here. I know this. That's the way it was when I got it, so I will find a bolt and put it in there. What happened recently was, I thought, the hood doesn't line up quite right. It's only about 1/8 of an inch off. I'm gonna adjust it. Hey! So, what I did, now look, you'll see right here, that guy works just fine. See? I was trying to explain to you guys, I was really frustrated at the time, and I'm sorry about that, but I was trying to explain to you that it's not the latch that's the problem. That's fine. It's the alignment that was the problem. Maybe I should have looked up alignment or something, I don't know, but the problem is that I loosened that corner and I rocked the hood just slightly this way, right? So that end was this direction towards the driver's side a little bit more. What ended up happening was that this cone clip on that side, that one, was misaligned with this round rascal here. So that one, obviously. What that means is that when this went down, so what that means then is that when this went down and snapped over the top of that cone-shaped post thing right there, of course we're talking about that side, so that cone-shaped post got hooked up under this section. It was under here, so when you would release the hood, it would pop up exactly the distance of this, which means it was hanging up on this little piece under here. So actually, you know what, if we go over there, let's go over there into the sunshine. So that was being hooked right under here. Where's my light on? So that even though this was coming out of the way, the post was hanging on that little piece of metal right there. Why? Well, obviously because I didn't line it up right. Don't know that that's adjustable. Probably one of the things I was thinking of doing to get it out of there was I considered reaching up here and trying to loosen these guys and adjust this so I could get it out of there, but I thought, well, I might screw myself even worse. Then the other thought I had was, well, all I need to do is pull the hood this way, right? So I just need to pull the hood back towards the position that it was in before. And so I was trying to do that with my hand, but I couldn't do that and release it at the same time. So I devised this little idea here. Let me go on to the other side. So I hooked a strap to that corner of the hood, and I attached the other end to the fence post, and I ratcheted it down gently to pull on it so that it would pull the hood forward and slightly to the side. So you can see there, no damage. And now she's open again. Yay! What the hell? Huh, interesting. So, thank goodness I have a car again. I was freaking the hell out, honestly. I was really getting sad. So what's the plan? Well, my plan for this weekend was to roll her up onto ramps in the front and do the transmission gasket, shifter seal, and filter. But that's going to have to wait until I fix the hood here, because this is getting fixed today. I didn't think I'd be working on this today, but here I am. So that's nice. It's nice out, except over there in the sun. It's kind of hot, but anyway. So that was what I wanted to do, but today the plan is actually probably, I'm thinking I might just pull these out and clean them off. I don't know. It's pretty gross. Should get cleaned up. They're all greasy because some bonehead greased them up. That was not me. I don't think things like that need to be greased. So anyway, that's that. I just noticed that these hood levelers don't have pads in them anymore, so that's interesting. So another thing I've seen is that for too much money you can spend on a hood alignment tool. Now I'm gonna go ahead and measure this and make my own. I have my caliper here, and I'm going to measure the diameter of this hole, and basically I will 3D print a cylinder that fits into that, clips into it gently, and then helps to align these guys. So probably going to do that at some point today. I'm also going to move this because the day I went out and drove in the rain, this wasn't hanging down like that far. This was actually tight. But the problem was this, silly me, I didn't even think, well, I live in Arizona. It never frickin' rains here. So I didn't expect to ever have to use the wipers at all. But turns out that this arm just gets hung up on that. So I'm just going to take this out, and I'm actually going to mount it to the front of the firewall here, because all I really use that for is checking vacuum for engine purposes and whatnot. So the only other alternative I was thinking was I could just take this grill out and stick it out, but I don't want to do that. That would look, might look kind of cheesy, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. So anyway, that's where things are now. I'm so happy to see this engine again. Oh my God, you can't believe, you don't know how happy I was to get that thing off of there. So, all right, onward and onward.
346 minutes later.
Okay, so what we're looking at here is possibly be able to see the last of this and pull it off of the bed here. It looks like it's possibly almost done. This is the hood alignment tool that I designed myself, and I'm obviously printing out. So I'm going to pop it off of that bed in a couple of minutes. So that shaking around is my hand on the camera, not the part. Okay. All right. So our hood alignment tool is ready! Yay! Alright, I'm going to turn this off. Wait, let's see, how long did that take? 1 hour and 30 minutes. It would have taken less time. It would have taken less time had I not run out of filament. I may need to... There we go. Okay, so there she goes. Not pretty, but it's a tool. It's not solid, it's hollow. It has structural integrity support on the inside, but it doesn't need to be really thick or heavy. It just needs to have the form. So let's go see if it works. here we have the alignment tool. So this kind of conical side is going to come down and sort of rest right on this. So what we do is put that up in there, which I cannot do. Okay, so I had to use 2 hands for that, and I don't have a holder for my phone. So this is held into place, centered, and held into place with this pin, or the clip, right? Okay, so the alignment tool is held into place with the latch, and what I'm going to do now is I'm only doing this one side. I'm going to lower this down slowly to make sure that that's going to see, the hood wants to move over the other side. It is, so you see how that tool just helps to line that up so that you can make sure that that is centered. This side seems okay. I did not have a problem with that before. So let's take our cleaned up spring for this side, and I'm gonna clean this off. That's interesting. Looks like there were a couple of, oh, those are rivets. Now, when I pull the engine out, I'll probably take all this kind of stuff apart and get that all clean and then respray the firewall and stuff. I'm not going to waste time trying to do that now, though, because for obvious reasons. Alright, so I'm just going to leave that sitting like that for now. Although, I think I will go ahead and put these guys on. Just leaving it on here loose. Like that, so it'll move around. And I better go grab my alignment tool. Let's get that out of there. Looks like it's holding up okay. There's some grease on it already. Okay, so I have the alignment tool here, and the HUD is here. Now I gotta be super, oh yeah, that's right, that won't latch. So I'm gonna have to go over there to this side so that I can lower it down. Let's just see. That's not going to line up at all right now. That's fine. Here's what we're going to do is come in here, and wow, that is really interesting. It's there. I think that's about as centered as that's going to get. I'm so nervous about putting this thing down and latching it again. I'm scared it's going to get stuck. Oh my god. What if it gets stuck again? It's all loose now. I don't know what, you know. But I do have a good alignment tool here, right? I mean, I'm not so sure about that. So I'm thinking maybe this latch can be moved over slightly. So I'm gonna have to use 2 hands for that.
2,000 years later.
So, what have we done? I have cleaned this spring mechanism. It's not the cleanest. It's kind of got shit in it still, but hey, whatever. I have not adjusted this because this side was fine. On the other side, over here, I have adjusted this. I had to file down this corner of this plate here, right there in that corner, to file that down to kind of get her to scooch up a little closer to this. And now I can actually make sure these are fully tight because they are working in the right way now. Watch, I'll close it to show you and it'll stick again. So I tried adjusting these, but this doesn't really seem to adjust. So also I've noticed that the diameter of this cone-shaped piece is substantially less than the diameter of this outer ring, but it was binding up right up in here somewhere because I'd moved the hood sort of that way, just a hair. It didn't take much. It must have been very close already. So you're probably wondering, well, does it work? Yes, it works. So let me reach over there and close this up. That side. And as you can see, this gap looks good. Oops. That gap looks decent. And the front gap looks fine. And this gap is a little wide right here, but that's okay. And we'll push this down. And now we'll pull the hood release and we'll watch it pop. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. I love it, I love it. Ta-da! Yay! I'm so freaking happy. Alright, so there we go. Oh yeah, and I did want to tell you guys one more thing. So I'm going to make this, the STL file for this available on my Patreon page. So if you want to support me and become a Patreon of my channel, I'd really appreciate that. And you can get this, download it for free, print it out, and use it yourself. If you have a 3D printer or if you know someone who has one, this works. And it's yours if you sign up and support my channel on Patreon.